Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Mr. DB333, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4000 Week Reich as the Union of South Africa. Now, last time we were here together, well, the Namibians got a little uprise-ity. I was going to say uppity, but that feels a little not quite right. So we had to put him down, which was a little awkward right before an election, but it apparently had no noticeable effect on us in the polls. In fact, we were doing quite well, this VUP coalition. I'll do a little extra campaigning just to really rub salt in the wound, but it's all coming together. The SALP is imploding, as is VOB. Hitler's dead. Get fucked. Democratic government of Burma now has the UN seat, and the Democratic government of Burma has a whole, not even one state under them. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and support the Burmese mission. Why not? Balochistan is vibing right now. Are we sure we want to be supporting these guys? UN? I mean, I guess whatever works for you guys. Huh. There goes the Ukrainian collapse. Slavic revolt as well. Germany's a little implodey right now. We have, railways modernization. Now we just gotta, here we go. Finally, the most heated election campaign in South Africa's recent history has come to an end. The voters, largely restricted white South Africans, have given their voice, and counting has taken place across the country. As all wait with bated breath, the election results of which party will lead the next South African country are just about to be released. And the winner is... Hofmeier's United Party has, against the odds, won yet another term in power, fending off a strong challenge from the National Party. They will lead the next South African government towards continued reform. Third time's a charm. The United Party has won the late South African election, securing a comfortable majority in Parliament and retaining control of the country for the foreseeable future. Leading them to another victory is incumbent Prime Minister Jan Hendrik Hofmeyr. Although concerns were raised before the election about his past health issues, he has continually assured the people that there is no longer anything to be concerned about in that regard. For a new mandate, any capable leader is likely that the UP will be continuing current plans, and might even go further with their plans, in spite of increasingly fierce opposition from the National Party, for Union and Commonwealth. Well, here we are. Ooh, a nice new tree from here. Okay. So we get a silent workhorse with Hofmeyr. Interesting. So, here we go. Despite its strong challenge from the rising National Party, the UP under Hofmeyr has defied the pessimists and won the election, guaranteeing another term in the government. It's now time for us to bring about the reform this country has long needed. Alright, let's do some native migration reform. Migration, particularly from surrounding regions of South Africa, has always been a contentious issue, mixing the economic need for new labor for a growing economy with contentious racial politics. Despite these controversies, this government will set out to loosen restrictions on African immigration, boosting population and economic growth. Serbs are having civil war. And conflict in... yeah, just general conflict in the Balkans. Not a surprise there, is it? So this will give us an extra research slot. That's good to know. Right now, let's get working on some better industry, since we're more or less maxed out tech-wise. Revolution. As DF Milan fails to win another election for the National Party, he has announced he was stepping down as party leader and handing the role to a more capable member of the National Party. In his place, J.G. Strehom, known as Hans Strehom, was elected as Milan's replacement. They into Milan's iron fist for the National Party. Interesting. Italy just ate Albania. Yeah, I wasn't too surprised to see that. Oh, they do have Kosovo now. Oh dear. Peacekeeping mission was a success, at least. And Albania, was it worth it? Because not only did you lose, you have ruined my comment section. There goes Pavlik. So Croatia isn't getting a break, much less anywhere else there. Does Bulgaria have a focus true of content? It looks like it does, yeah. Let's meet with the Native Representation Council. Set up in 36, the NRC is an official elected body advisory to Parliament that represents the voice of disenfranchised black South Africans. Despite having limited political power, it plays a significant advisory role up to the War of 1940. Since then, frustration and lack of reform and continued racial disenfranchisement led to its increasing non-cooperation with the government, eventually it voting for its own adjournment, essentially boycotting the political process. The situation of political deadlock cannot continue. We will make overtures to the members of the NRC to meet in good faith, hear their concerns, and hopefully get the ball rolling on real reforms with their backing. Yeah. Oh. Oh no. Jan Hendrik Hofmeyr, PM of South Africa, has died. Found within the confines of his office, laid down on the floor, doctors came to the conclusion that he had suffered a fatal heart attack. The lack of anyone nearby contributed to his near unavoidable fate. In his place rises Jacobus Gideon Nell Strauss, formerly known as Koos Strauss, the deputy PM. Formerly in Smuts government, he has now risen to the highest elected office in the nation. Only months after the election, our nation faces uncertainty about the future, yet again. Perhaps all he needed was a rest. Oh no. This is our fault, isn't it? Oh, apparently... Okay, there we go, I was about to say. Well, welcome. Jacobus Gideon Nell Strauss, also known as Koos Strauss, a seasoned politician and viewed by many as a pragmatist. Strauss served as PM Jan Smoot's agricultural minister and eventually climbed to become Hofmeier's deputy. Strauss refuses to align with either of the factions and painted himself as a centrist candidate that is willing to consider both sides wings of the party in the policy process. Huh, well. So we're gonna have to start making a choice soon. Well, first, let's look at passing the torch. Jan Hofmeier's passed away, leaving the government and party confused in its direction. We'll have to work quickly to set ourselves back on track. Let's address the party. Following the sudden death of our leader and PM Hofmeier, the new leader of the party must first address and unite the party before moving on to address Parliament. Can we get some F's in chat, my friends? Oh no. Due to the ongoing political turmoil, riots have broken out in major South African cities in open opposition. African internationalists appear to be the main cause of concern, as they're using the opportunity to strike at their opponents in the street. Now's not the time. Oh, took some investment from the British, at least. God, we have no manpower, too. Let's do free repair, countrywide improvements. Alright, we can do... So we get all that plus 35 steel. Yeah, we're saving up to get his score. Can we get his score? We can. I don't know if I've ever seen a industrial concern that gives you a resource. That's actually kind of cool. I like whoever came up with that. Surround. What is? Today, the poet Jacob Daniel du Toit, better known as Totius, has passed away, most famous for the critical role he played in the translation of the Bible into Afrikaans, continuing and completing his father's work into it. He was also well known for his Afrikaans poems, and served as a chaplain for Boer forces in the Second Boer War. Deeply religious man, an ordained minister of the Reformed Church of South Africa, he served for much of his life as a professor of theology and was loved by his students. Politically, he supported the National Party and assisted in its founding, though he never sought office. He will be missed. No matter where I go, I can't fucking escape it, can I? Oh, motherfucker. Okay, shit. The growing violence on our streets has not been helped by the certain group of nationalists, the OB. The group, both as a paramilitary organization and as a quasi-political party, has grown in influence over the past 3 years. It's helped by the fact that many believe the group have connections to the military, or rather military sympathies of the organization. Dr. Van Renberg, leader of the organization, has given multiple fire speeches encouraging public disorder. Something must be done before it's too late. Why must this happen now? Okay. Okay, dispatch police units. Let's vet military officers. Let's support anti-OB gatherings. we doing support-wise? Select. Okay. Oh, was that easy? Finally, peace and order has been restored to the country after the recent political crisis. For months now, foreign observers have talked in hushed but concerned tones about the possibility of the collapse of African democracy, the forces of fascism, triggered by the recent political crisis. But with the treasonous forces led by a seditious OB, which wreaked havoc across the country, have finally been suppressed and are no longer a serious threat to the state. For the creation of a working majority in parliament and finally stable government, law and order has been able to reassert itself, and active support for the fascist groups has been diminished. For now, the period of acute crisis is over, and we can move to continue the political recovery. We've preserved democracy, guys. Yeah, okay, sure. Did not think it was going to be that easy. Okay, sure. I'll take it, I guess. Interim Prime Minister Jacobus Gideon Nell Strauss, alongside the leadership of the UP, summoned an emergency party conference to discuss the future of the post-Hofmeyr party. In order to allow party members more time to weigh their options and to allow members to organize their leadership bids, interim leader Jacobus Gideon Nell Strauss announced that a formal party conference will be held at a later date in order to elect a new official leader of the UP. The fate of the party hangs on the balance. And so the pie chart looks already a lot more interesting. Okay. Get some more support weaponry. Let's do a party leadership election. The liberal wing is a bit weaker, but I don't know if it's based off raw percentage. The restoration of a sense of normalcy. It's time for the interim prime minister to step down in favor of a long-awaited election for a new leader for the UP. Not really too picky on who we end up empowering. Tories in Canada, interesting. Canada does have a focus tree, okay. I'm wanting to play Canada in one of these sorts of mods. Maybe not Kaiserreich, because Kaiserreich Canada could be a little intense. But I want something a little bit more low-key and relaxed. So it looks like we don't have much choices at all. That's a bit of a shame, honestly. Because looking at it now, this one looks like a little bit more interesting, potentially. Oh, we could have stamped out national. I already had that going anyway. Nah, I guess it doesn't matter too much. Some time has passed since PM Hofmeyr's untimely passing. Members of the parties are now prepared to elect a new official leader to finally end this political interbellum. Graf was chosen as party leader. Earlier today, the UP of South Africa held a party election to select the next leader that would officially replace the late Jan Hendrik Hofmeyr. A competition that was fought between the conservative wing and liberal wing of the UP. Conservative wing leading figure de Villiers Graaf managed to secure majority support from the delegates, making him the party's new leader and South Africa's newest prime minister. A stated direction. Let's do the question of Southwest Africa. Ever since it was taken from Germans during the Great War, Southwest Africa has a somewhat ambiguous feature as a mandate under protection. The issue of what to do with it is vast, but relatively sparse developed territory. Long term must be decided. Well, probably wait until the next. Fucking Mau Mau one, really? Huh. Second HQ in China. Yeah, sure. We'll vote yes on that. The Germans in Ukraine. So we can move towards integration or continue the trust territory. Okay. Formerly German colony, Southwest Africa has been under South African jurisdiction since the end of the First World War, was made into a then League of Nations mandate. Since then, has remained a semi-autonomous part of a nation, in an awkward position between the South African government, the UN, and local leaders. As it has been over 40 years since the mandate was created, many argue it's high time to decide on its long-term direction of the region. The conventional path is to continue the official work of the mandate, guiding and preparing the territory for an eventual full independence. This will continue setting up local institutions and increasing the autonomy of a region with the eventual aim for eventual home rule. Alternative, if a controversial one, is the full integration of a territory. So Reich could run afoul with some of the international community, but internally many South Africans believe that the integration is the best bet for the relatively sparsely populated region. It would make a fine addition to our union. What direction should the government take? What was it at resource-wise? Nothing really resource-wise. You know... I don't know. This one seems like it might be a little bit more interesting. Let's move towards integration. Earlier today, the South African government made an announcement to the UN General Assembly detailing the South African government's plan to organize a plebiscite alongside a democratic election in Southwest Africa in approximately 1.5 years from now. The UN General Assembly is expected to affirm this proposal in the upcoming General Assembly session. A democratic solution. Well... Let's go and get working on the riches of South Africa. South Africa is a nation extremely rich in material wealth, but while we are a growing economy, much of these material riches do not translate into true common prosperity and a thriving economy. South Africa's economy remains relatively backwards compared to some of our peers, and especially as we move towards greater autonomy and independence, policies to build a strong domestic economy will be necessary. Keep going for a couple more days. And then... from there... will go ahead and end this video here. That's going to be all the time I have today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching, though. If you like this video, if you like it, now feel free to dislike. If you want to have any comments or feedback for me, leave a comment section below. I read all the comments you get and do appreciate any feedback you have for me. If you want to keep up to date with this content, there we go, I can speak. Go ahead and hit the sub button as well as the notification bell if you really want to keep up to date with these uploads. If you have comments or feedback, leave it in the comment section below. I think I said that already. Check out my various links down in the description box below as well, though I know I haven't said that yet. That's going to be it for now, my friends. I thank you all for watching. My name has been Mr. Doggo333, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye now.